Our next pillar is sovereignty, which isn't a main pillar in nonviolent communication. We've talked about observations, feelings, and needs. We've painted a picture of how something happens. It stimulates a feeling because of met or unmet needs, which cause us or limit us or enable us to thrive, or are based upon this mental system of right and wrong. Once we analyze that and see that, inspect it, and connect with it, we can then think about what are we going to do about that? How can we get our needs met? And this is what sovereignty is about. Let's look at some examples. Let's say we're at a conference and we're listening and watching a speaker, and someone stands in front of us and we start to get frustrated. Our need isn't being met. We want to enjoy this conference. We want to see it and hear, and currently we can only hear. And what are we going to do about it? And instead of just expressing to the person, asking them to move, well, why can't we move? If there's space available, certainly we can. And so sovereignty is, well, can I get my needs met autonomously? If so, why not? And so exploring that option. And it might not always be an option. Let's explore now, instead of a person standing in front of you, someone stood near you and started playing music. And that music was distracting you. And so you were like, all right, well, I can just move away. And you moved away. And it still got to the point where it was frustrating you and you weren't able to enjoy it. And your focus was totally on that. The sovereignty there is, well, I've tried to do something about it, but I'm still not feeling great. So I guess at this point I could leave, but I still want to see this conference. I could also ask this person if they'd be willing to turn down their music. And so we haven't talked about request yet, but going on and talking about request, making a request of them. But this is requests are coming after we've explored how we can get our needs met autonomously. But we've also explored that our sensations aren't always directly connected to needs about us thriving. They can be based off of this system of right and wrong, punitive justice, good and bad, etc. And so something may happen to us. The person stood in front of us and then we moved, and then in our head we start to think, this person, whatever our blame may be, this person thinks that they can do whatever they want. They're probably a Democrat or a Republican and XYZ. And we have this system of thought going on in which we're levying blame, anger, etc. And sovereignty also includes our ability to let go of this energy feeding into the system, the energy of putting right and wrong, of blame into someone else, to just let it go, not feed it. And so there are times that we can just let things go. There are different mechanisms for doing that, different techniques. And oftentimes it doesn't readily work because we have practiced this so often that it's hard. It's an addiction and it's very unpleasant to just let it go. But it's something that we can do with practice. And sometimes we can immediately do. And what often comes when we let go of this process is the underlying feelings and sensations more directly connected with us.